episode 4, charity. All right, we're at that point of the show where we have our jocks that are going to give us practical advice. We have Brooke Malone with us again this week. Thanks so much for being with us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Battles.
So as we're talking about relationships, we're talking about charity. I'm a college athlete. My college has a presence in the community. I have a lot of fans. I'm now signing autographs, things I never did before. I'm being interviewed on TV. But I've been raised to give back. From a relationship standpoint, for that person, who should they reach out to?
Absolutely. Start with an organization that is doing work in an area that you are passionate about. So whether it's a health issue, education, whether it's, someone who's working to find a cure for cancer or a women's shelter, find out who is doing the work in the community and how can you leverage your influence in the community on your campus to make their organization better and to move their mission forward. So absolutely reach out to an organization, preferably the person who, is working in community engagement, and find out, what you can do to help.
Right. It seems like their school would be a great place to start to find out those organizations. Because one question that arises is always people who want to do good, but people that are actually getting the work done. So as that person is starting to look out, what are some red flags? What are some things that at least instantly you would say, let's take you off the list?
As far as organizations go?
As far as just reaching out, as far as causes, as far as like we said in previous episodes, time is probably one of the greatest resources we have. And you don't want to waste 6 months at an organization that doesn't do anything. They just meet and talk a lot. What are some ways people can save it or really maximize their time when they're looking at organizations?
With an organization, I would say look at their outcomes. So I would really see what are the numbers that they're doing and what are the results they're accomplishing in the community. And anyone you talk to in that organization, maybe not necessarily from your school who would know about the organization, but if you talk to someone within the organization that you're interested in working with, they should be able to share that information with you pretty immediately and off the top of their head. If they are doing the work in the community.
As we talk about volunteering, because we've discussed that charity, you can give time, you can give money, but you can also give knowledge, because it's all a free exchange. So as we're talking specifically about volunteering, how does, because you've been in the volunteer space for the majority of your career. Can you explain from a charity standpoint, from a relationship point of view, what does volunteering do to that person who actually puts on the t-shirt, gets up at 6 in the morning, goes out with Metro to go clean up the neighborhood?
Yeah, it's always such a great experience. So being in the nonprofit sector, like you said, Ainsley, I've been in this sector practically my entire career. And it is always so amazing to spend a few hours with a volunteer, a few hours in the morning on a Saturday, doing a community cleanup or volunteering with children, because almost every single time when you walk away, you hear about how fulfilled they were, how fulfilling it was for them to be able to give their time, talent, and treasure in a way that is going to make a big impact. So for you as the person who's volunteering, it may just seem like, I'm giving, 3-4 hours on my Saturday morning or, Wednesday afternoon. But to the person who's receiving that can truly be life-altering time you spend with them, whether it's reading with them, helping them with an application, doing a cleanup, repainting an area. It can make a big difference in someone's life. So, the best way to receive is to give. You get in what you put out. And when you give of your time, which again, we've said is the greatest commodity that any of us have, it can be an incredibly fulfilling experience. And not only that, when you think about it as a business perspective, when you volunteer, whether it's, something hands-on or you sit on a committee or board, it also gives you access to influencers in the community, because something that you'll find is usually executives, those who are in your community that are power players, they usually sit on boards and committees of these organizations. So volunteerism is actually a great way to get connected to those in your community who are doing amazing things, even outside of the organization, but also possibly in the business realm or a government realm.
So in closing, what are two great pieces of advice to give to somebody to get them up and out, to go out into their community and engage with?
So the first one is, again, just get out there, do it, find out who's doing the great work in the community, find out how you can get involved, and be flexible. Be flexible about what they need, because, hopefully they're the experts in that area. And if so, they know how they need their community members to show up for them and the clients that they're serving.
And at the end of the day, for the person volunteering, what does that do to the space they're in?
Yeah, so as you are out there and, possibly wondering like what you want to do, how you want to establish yourself, and you spend time with organizations, it helps establish a lot of clarity for yourself, because then you get to see what you like doing, what you don't like doing. You get to get more experience in that area. Some of the greatest experiences that I had personally were through internships, volunteerism, externships, and just spending time doing something that I thought I wanted to do. And after doing it for a while, I was like, I don't want to do this every day. And then when I did spend time doing something, I thought, hey, this is really cool. I do want to do this every day. I do enjoy this area of the work. So when you get out there and you just spend time with organizations, you get exposed to so many different types of people, so many different types of skill sets, so many different types of needs that you'll be able to fill in. And when you're filling in those needs, it'll give you an opportunity to see, the things that you like and the things that you don't like. And then you'll be able to apply yourself more in the things that you do want to do. And it'll even help you possibly establish a new career path or establish a new passion that you can go after and pursue.